world of YouTube, Superjet Spade here, and first and foremost, I want to thank you all for your comments I received towards my 2000 subscribers video. I've mentioned this before, but I will say it again, that video had the best compliments I have ever received, especially towards my voice, as I remember my 4th grade teacher saying that my voice would do great as a radio host or a book narrator. With that all said, today's video is going to be a little off the cuff for my channel. Ordinarily, I'd post a video like this on my second channel, but I thought I would share with you folks a hobby I like to do. It was in that 2000 subscribers video that I mentioned in passing that I'm a train enthusiast. I very much blame the Polar Express and Thomas & Friends as the reasons why I like trains today. Since I'm a train enthusiast, in some of my spare time I like to play a train simulator. So, I will show you folks a train going from one place to another I have recorded in a train simulator. Before we start, I do want to talk about the train simulator I like to use. My preferred train simulator is called Trainz Railroad Simulator, and yes, Trainz is spelled with a Z or Z for some of you folks. This is a series of train simulator that was developed by Aran Games of Australia, later N3B Games, that had its first beta released in 2001 and full release in 2002. I began to play Trainz in 2008 when I was 11, when I downloaded the demo versions to the 2004 and 2006 versions of Trainz Railroad Simulator. If I remember correctly, the demo version of Trainz 2004 did have a surveyor mode, where you can make your own routes, but the assets were only limited to the Banks Heath route, which has a British Midland theme, while the demo versions of Trainz 2006 came in 2 versions, one themed after the United Kingdom and another themed after the eastern mountain regions of the United States, and both lacked a surveyor mode. I actually played the demo versions of Trainz 2006 before discovering the demo version of Trainz 2004, and my 11-year-old self really enjoyed playing both games. I especially liked the surveyor mode of the demo version of Trainz 2004, even though the sceneries and rolling stock were all limited to the Banks Heath route that was only included there. It wasn't until I was 12 that I got the full versions of Trainz 2004 and 2006, and I really enjoyed the sizable amount of content in those versions. I got to play around in surveyor mode, where I made nonsensical routes, along with doing random stuff with the included routes, such as having an SD40-2 pull British wagons. I later got Trainz 2009 in early 2009, Trainz 12 in 2013, Trainz A New Era in 2016, and finally Trainz 2022 in 2023. The footage I will show you was recorded from Trainz A New Era, because while my computer can run Trainz 2022 with minimal settings, aspects of the route the train will run on look a bit better in what I'll call tame from now on, also because I want to build a proper gaming PC to run it nicely. I will talk about this particular route in the next section. So, this route has had a history going as far back as 2009. Even though I had Trainz 2009 by then, I still played Trainz 2004 and 2006, and it was in Trainz 2004 that I began to build this route. It was quite small, but it was a start. At the time, I had called it Plains. At some point in 2010, I had transferred this route to Trainz 2009. I developed it further by first adding ground textures, and then added trees. The name Plains became something of a misnomer at this point. Eventually, my 13 to 14-year-old self just added buildings in random places and thought,
"Yep, that's a city."
Basically, the routes became something of a cluttered mess, until the computer, that had belonged to my parents by the way, suffered a crash in 2012. After my parents got a new computer, I decided to remake the route from scratch. By this point, I had pretty much stopped using Trainz 2004 and Trainz 2006 altogether. I decided to expand the route to make more towns and cities, although the buildings in them were cluttered in an unrealistic way. Once I got Trainz 12, I transferred that route over there. By this point, I had called the route Mountains, Forest, Plains, simply because the route now had an area with plain farmland, a forest area, and a mountainous area. In 2016, I decided to redo many of the city layouts, and further expanded the route with more cities and whatnot. It was at this point where I thought of the word Benninger. Benninger was a name I gave to a Mii character made in Miitomo, which was Nintendo's short-lived attempt at making a social media type thing, and that was when I gave the route this name. It was also when I gave it some fictional railroads, as up until this point I imagined it as a fictional Union Pacific Railway route. The route has had many more changes, but I won't go into further detail. The only thing I will say is that I am in the process of completely redoing this route from scratch in Trainz 2022, though I might continue doing so once I have a more capable gaming PC. As mentioned earlier, all footage was captured from Tain. Now then, I think it's about time we head on over to Benninger and watch as a freight train goes from one place to another at night. Let's expand the TV screen as I get out of the way for the main event. It's just after 2300 hours, and we're here at Shell City where a Benninger rail train loaded with a mix of steel and aluminum products will head to Sapphire City, a journey that will take roughly 1 hour and 30 minutes. Benninger is a pretty small country, but has a sizable rail system. 4 General Electric built locomotives will haul the train. As the entire train weighs more than 6,000 tons, roughly 175,000 grams, distributed power will help get the train moving. These BNSF locomotives likely came here to help supplement Benninger Rail's motive power and are ready to head back to operate with BNSF. They are classified as foreign power in Benninger's railway. Shell City Yard is also where Benninger Rail stores its commuter rail equipment. These are resting for the night to carry passengers where they need to go the next day. After checking the airline and doing some brake tests, the train now departs for Sapphire City, where the lead locomotives will be swapped for BNSF power. The entire train's final destination is Reno, Nevada. There, all of the steel and aluminum products will be transferred to various places to be used in the manufacture of electronic devices, aircraft parts, vehicular parts, and more. Let's follow this train as it goes through various places.
feel something abnormal.
The train is now arriving at Sapphire City, 30 minutes past midnight. Here, a power change will take place. Up until now, the train operated as a Benninger rail train. Once the power swap is complete, it will operate as a BNSF railway train. Right as the Benninger rail train comes to a stop, an Amtrak train pulls into Sapphire City Station. That train, called the Stork, operates as a joint venture with Benninger Rail, going between Pacific City Benninger, Seattle, Washington, and vice versa. The Benninger Rail locomotives uncouple from the train, and they'll head to the locomotive workshop for general maintenance before heading back out to haul more freight. As soon as the Benninger Rail locomotives enter the track to the workshop, the Amtrak train departs the station to Pacific City, with Benninger Rail crew taking control of the locomotives. The BNSF locomotives will also move to couple onto the steel and aluminum train. As mentioned before, the steel and aluminum train will operate as a BNSF railway train from this point onwards. The BNSF railway crew already had their passports checked by a member of the Benninger Customs and Border Patrol before they boarded the locomotives. And so goes the train. It will cross over a portion of the Pacific Ocean via a bridge, pass by Mikensha Island, which is Benninger's furthest island from the mainland, and go through several cities in the United States, with different train crews switching out every now and then as it heads to its final destination, to Reno, Nevada. And here we are, at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at the route I very much made throughout the 2010s, and it's become the world where my own characters live in. As I mentioned earlier, I decided to redo Benninger from scratch as there are many aspects of the route I am just not happy with anymore. In any case, I might share more train operations here on my channel, and I will happily answer any of your questions regarding the lore of Benninger. Wherever you live in this world, have a good day or night, and remember, you are all amazing. Alright then, see you another time.